What if one day, Earth's invisible shield simply vanished? There is an invisible force protecting Earth right now. You can't see it. But if it vanished, satellites could fail, GPS could break, power grids could come under attack, and the sun itself could become a much bigger threat, because our planet is shielded by a magnetic field. And without it, modern civilization would be far more fragile than most people realize. Within hours, satellites could begin to fail. Radiation in orbit would surge, GPS could break, power grids could be pushed to the edge, and the skies above Earth might start to glow in places they never should. And if that shield ever weakened too much, or disappeared entirely, condition of Earth will become like Mars gradually. The consequences could be far more terrifying than most people realize. Earth's magnetic field is created deep inside the planet. Beneath the crust, our liquid outer core, made mostly of iron and nickel, is constantly moving. That motion acts like a giant dynamo, generating a magnetic field that stretches far into space. This creates the magnetosphere, an invisible protective bubble around Earth. Every second, the sun blasts charged particles toward us in a stream called the solar wind, and our magnetic field helps deflect much of it away. Without that shield, Earth would be far more exposed. In a very real sense, the magnetic field is one of the hidden reasons our complex life was able to thrive here at all. Now imagine a powerful solar storm hits during this time. Normally, Earth's magnetic field helps channel and absorb part of that assault. That's what creates auroras, those beautiful glowing curtains in the polar skies. A weaker magnetic field could make a Carrington-level solar storm much more devastating. Auroras might appear far beyond the poles, even near the equator. Beautiful? Yes, but also a warning sign. Because the same space weather that paints the sky can also induce electrical currents in long conductors on Earth. That means power lines, transformers, undersea cables, pipelines. A large solar superstorm today is already dangerous. Without Earth's magnetic shield, the vulnerability becomes even worse. Imagine blackouts, satellite outages, communication failures, disrupted aviation routes, navigation problems, increased radiation risk in high-altitude flights, and all of it triggered not by war, but by the sun. This raises the biggest question. Could Earth become like Mars? Not immediately, but over very long time, the atmosphere would face a slow but inevitable process of destruction. While the air wouldn't vanish instantly, the planet would begin a long-term transformation into a cold, barren world similar to Mars. In fact, Mars is a warning. Billions of years ago, Mars likely had a thicker atmosphere, flowing water, a warmer climate, but Mars is smaller than Earth. Its interior cooled faster. Its global magnetic field faded. Without that large-scale shield, the solar wind had a much easier time stripping away parts of its atmosphere over immense periods of time. And as the atmosphere thinned, Mars lost much of its surface water and became the cold desert we see today. Since Earth still has stronger gravity than Mars and our atmosphere is denser, we are having more protection. But over geological timescales, losing the magnetic field could make Earth far more vulnerable to atmospheric escape and upper atmosphere erosion due to solar storm. So losing the shield could become a serious planetary problem. So, could this actually happen? Earth's magnetic field is not expected to suddenly switch off tomorrow. But it does change. It drifts. It weakens in some places. And Earth's magnetic poles have reversed many times in the past. One of the most famous examples is the South Atlantic anomaly, a region where the magnetic field is weaker than average, allowing more charged particles to dip closer to Earth. Satellites passing through that zone can experience higher radiation exposure, and operators often have to account for it. And during a magnetic pole reversal, the field may weaken and become more unstable for a while. That doesn't mean instant extinction. Life on Earth has survived reversals before. But there's a difference now. Our ancestors didn't depend on satellites, GPS, global power grids, and electronic infrastructure. So should we panic? No, because Earth's magnetic field is not expected to simply switch off tomorrow. Right now, above your head, an invisible shield is standing between Earth and the violence of space. You can't see it. You can't touch it. Most people never think about it. But if it were gone, the first signs might appear in the machines we trust most, then in the skies, then across the systems that hold modern civilization together. Earth's magnetic field is easy to ignore, until you imagine a world without it. And suddenly, the emptiness of space feels a lot closer.